Hello and welcome, everybody. Jose J. Garcia, real estate investor, coach, and mentor, best-selling author, mobile home king, trailer park king, how to become the next mobile home millionaire. So I'm sitting here going through a few of these emails, details, data, just putting things, kind of wrapping up a few of the things from for the week. It is Saturday morning, and I'm prepping for the new week. And it got me thinking, we're making these motivational videos, and they're all about encouragement. They're not here to call anybody out, put anybody on the spot. I may drop some names from time to time, but it's one of those things. It's like I feel like this could be more encouraging in learning. There's got to be some learning, and like I've said, and I'll say on every video, if I motivate one person, I've done my job. That's what I'm on here for. I love sharing this, and again, this is me. Okay, this is me talking what I do, just kind of those factors that I take on. But anyway, this morning I wanted to talk about the speed of implementation. I'm sitting here looking at all these tasks, these emails, and, obviously these things. Planning. I can't say that enough. You got to plan. You got to plan to succeed. And it starts, the day before, the week before, the month before, the year before. The most wealthiest, successful, elite entrepreneur, businessmen or women, they have plans for next year, for the next couple years. And the wealthier these people are, the more successful, you'll notice that they plan further and further out. And that's because that is what's gotten them to that level and continues to grow them. If I were to sit here and talk to a very elite entrepreneur, what are your plans? What's your goals? They would be talking more, well, in the next 10 years, we're hoping to achieve this. We're planning to. 10 years. And I've heard even 20 years and more. So, you got to plan, but you got to implement. A lot of you read a lot of books, okay? You are very sophisticated. You have the brains, you have the education, you have PhDs, masters. I don't have none of that, okay? But you don't implement. You take all this information in, and then you do nothing with it. And I've spoken to a couple people who everything they know, they would be very well off financially, but they're not doing any of it. And I know a lot of that. Yes, we go into now the fear, the insecure, the uncertainty, the I don't knows, the what ifs. You know, Speed of implementation. I don't think of anything too long before do it. The mentality of an entrepreneur, meaning in most times it's say yes and figure it out later. And that's hard for a lot of people to do because you sit there thinking, well, what if it doesn't work? I have to have a plan. I have to break all this down. I have to make sure everything is going to check out. Life is full of risks. Okay, life is full of risks, and it's the higher the risk, the higher the reward. When you eliminate risk, you eliminate the reward. But and I'm not saying rush into things, but I am saying think, but don't overthink. Procrastination is a disease. It does not help you or benefit you in any way. Okay, I need to do this task here, and I mean this is just my task on a Saturday. Bam, 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 bam. It's almost like a checkoff list, like so many things that I have to do. And it's like, okay, well, let's see. Let's go ahead and create another motivational video. Yeah, I'm going to do it tomorrow afternoon. Do it now. Well, tomorrow afternoon, do it now. I'm in the car and I'm driving from point A to point B, whatever it may be. And I sit here and I have calls, numbers, connections, leads. Call them. You have Bluetooth. Focus on the road, yes, but go ahead and make calls. When I drive on Tuesdays, when I go out and look at the inventory, mobile homes, it is typically 2 to 3 hours at least one way at one point throughout the day. Getting there or coming back just depends on my stops. I start early, so unfortunately I can't call people at 5, 6 in the morning. I don't. I could wake up a lot of people, but I call. I will end an entire sheet of calls because I've implemented and I move along quick. Stop overthinking it. Stop waiting. Stop thinking tomorrow's guarantee. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow's not a promise. And today you better make the best of it. Bottom line. I make this example and it's, think about a giant ship in the ocean. That giant ship, if you were to say, hey, I need you to turn around and come back, that ship would have to go miles and miles and try to turn around before it can make an actual turn and come back. That's how a lot of you operate your business, your life, and that's how you carry yourself. It's like there's this delay and slow and drag and let me go. Okay, you got to be like a jet ski. Some turn around. Is what is. We're gonna get with it. Okay. So speed of implementation is huge. So don't procrastinate. Stop procrastinating it. Okay. I'm not gonna get into whole other things of naysayers, etc., because all those things can impede you. Stay focused. Have a vision. Have a goal. Don't procrastinate. Implement. Bottom line, that's what you got to do. You got to move quick. You got to move to the finish line, and you got to do it. Many times, as one of my coach mentors would say, done is better than perfect. Stop thinking you're going to deliver some perfection, or it's got to be perfectly right, or it's not going to work out, or etc. Just do it. Just do it and do the best. At the end of the day, never quit, which means you never fail. If I take on some task or duty, I implement, I move, speed of implementation, and it does not work out, what are the learning lessons that came from there? Because if I do it again and again, then I'm just pretty special in wrong way. But the point is, if something doesn't work out my way, I look back, I reflect, what happened here that I need to fix? What went wrong? What could I have done different? How could I approach it? How can I avoid it and make sure the next time it works out? Right? So don't beat yourself up if you don't know for certain if it failed. And again, if you're going to focus on what people think, you're already at a loss. What people think does not matter or should not dictate what you do, what you implement. Because at the end of the day, you're taking action. They're on the sideline. There's a different views for what things are. Okay. That does it for this morning. I'm going to make another video on speed, and I wanted to talk about calls. And I'm saying this because I have more sales agents we hired on at this point, and it's the same questions that I see from some of you student investors, and it's like things you should ask a buyer, a seller, if I'm selling a home, if I'm advertising. Quick. You're on the phone for 20 minutes later. It better be a family member that you haven't talked to in years. You talking to a seller or buyer potentially for 20 minutes. We'll leave that for the next video. Thank you for watching.